Hello, everyone, and welcome to class. It's time for us to begin our practice session for giving a short speech. So, if you have your ticket, come on into the Hangout, and we'll go ahead and get started. All right. Hello, Chicken. Welcome to class. How are you doing today?
I'm good, thank teachers. How are you today?
I'm doing just fine today. Thanks so much for asking. So, tell me, Chicken, how is your day going so far?
Yeah, I think I had a good day today. I go to work after that. I home now and start learning English.
Okay, very good. So you already went to work today. Did you have a very busy day at work today?
Yeah, I think I had a busy day today. A lot of
Okay.
things to do. Yeah, something like paperwork.
Okay. Now, Chicken, do you work alone or do you work on a team?
Yeah, I work in a team. I had to manage or to lead several people in my team to do something, some projects.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Very good. Well, it sounds like you definitely had a busy day. What time is it where you live right now, Chicken?
Yeah, it's about 7 p.m. now
Oh,
in
7
my country.
p.m.
Yeah,
Okay. All right, very good. Well, Chicken, thank you for joining us for our lesson today. It's great to have you.
you are welcome.
All right, very good. Okay, Hussein, welcome once again. How are you doing?
Th- I'm doing very well, thank you, Carissa. I had a trouble with my connection in the last class, but I hope I won't have in this class. I don't know
Uh,
why. Uh,
yeah, sometimes, yeah, the internet can be a little bit tricky. When it
yeah,
works, it's great, and when it doesn't,
yeah, yeah. I think
Okay.
it's fine now. It works good right now. Yeah,
Yeah, it seems like it's working good. Sometimes
yeah,
it just depends on when you're using it. Sometimes there's just a lot of traffic on the internet.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I didn't even speak. I could participate in class, but it says you have a problem with your connection on the top of the screen, and I cannot speak. And then it it closes the window. It closes the window of Google Hangouts and stuff.
Hmm.
But right now it seems it's okay.
Okay, well, good. Hopefully, your connection will hold up for the class. Good. Well, thank you for being persistent and joining us once again.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, very good. Okay, guys, let's also welcome Mauricio. Hello, Mauricio. How are you doing today?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you.
Ah, good, good. So, Mauricio, please introduce yourself to us.
And well, I'm Mauricio, and I'm from Argentina, and I'm a student. I study computer science, and I don't know, in my free time, I like to go swimming and go running.
Ah, okay. Do you like to run for long distances, or how far do you like
Uh,
to run?
I'm trying to run long distances, and yes, I like it.
Okay.
It's difficult, but I am trying.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you remind me. I used to enjoy running a lot years ago, and I would run between 3 and 5 miles every other day. Yeah, that was great. I don't think I could run 3 to 5 miles right now. I'm gonna have to build myself back up to that.
So what
Okay.
time do you often go to work?
I'm sorry, repeat your question?
I mean, what time do you often have a walk?
Do I prefer walking? Is that what you said?
I mean, you are running. You use to running, right?
Yes, I used
I
to
mean,
run.
yeah. And what time do you often did that?
Oh, okay, yeah. So when I was in high school, I used to run on the track team, and I would run middle distances, like 400 meters, 800 meters, or the 1600 meter relay. So it just was for recreation. I used to run and also to compete when I was in high school. I'm sorry, was that your question, Chicken?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Okay. Good. Thank you. Thanks for your question. I appreciate that. It's great to have some good conversation before class. All right, very good. Let's also welcome Antonio. Antonio, welcome.
Hello, thank you.
Good, good. Welcome back, Antonio. Okay, so your classmates so far are Hussein and Mauricio and Chicken. Okay. Now, the focus of this particular lesson is a little bit different. Okay, we're gonna practice our public speaking. Okay, and once time permits, you'll get a chance to do 2 speeches. Okay, now your speech should be maybe between 3 to 5 minutes long. Okay, that's going to be our goal. We're going to give a 3 to 5 minute speech. And in the description of our public speaking, I mentioned nature. Okay, so maybe we can do that last. But I want to pick a topic that you are familiar with and that you would feel comfortable giving a speech about. Okay, so what I'd like you to do is to give a speech about your job. Okay, so it's something that you do every day. Okay, and if you're a student, okay, then of course you're going to talk about your job as a student. Okay, so here are some of the key components that your speech should include. Okay, it should include an introduction, a personal introduction. So again, you're just going to introduce yourself. Okay, so I'm just going to type here in the chat box. So it should include a personal introduction. Okay, it should include your topic, so what you're going to talk about. So today's topic, our first topic is going to be my job, or you could also say my profession. Okay, really what I'd like you to do is to talk about your job. I really want to know what you do every day when you go to work. Okay, you could include things like your position. Okay, so if you are a supervisor, if you are a business owner, you want to talk about that a little bit. You could also include a little bit of information about your training, your background. Okay, you can also include information about how you feel about your job. Okay, so how do you feel about your job? Okay, do you like it? Do you hate it? And you can also talk about some of your future goals for your current job, or for a different job if you plan to change. Okay? All right, very good. Now, let me give you an example. Let me give you an example of what that could look like. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start. And so the objective today is to practice giving a 3 to 5 minute speech. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hello, everyone. My name is Carissa Jones. Thank you very much for joining me for this presentation. Let me tell you a little bit about my background. I am a native of the United States. I'm from the state of Ohio. If you're familiar with Ohio, or maybe not, Ohio is located in the northeast section of the United States. Right now we are in the summertime and the weather is perfect outside. Okay, I work as an English professor. I've been working as an online English professor for the past 2 years, and I love teaching. So this is the perfect job for me. I am my own boss because I do contract work, so I don't have a boss. No one is standing over my shoulder telling me what to do. With Verbaling, I get to design my own lesson plans, and that's something I really enjoy because I get to be creative here. What training do I have? Well, I've been enrolled in a university that teaches me public speaking skills. I've been enrolled in this university since actually for as long as I can remember. And on a weekly basis, we have assignments where we give 3 to 5, well, really a 5-minute presentation. So I have lots of training there, and also I've done some coursework in teaching English as a second language. As you can tell, I really love my job. It makes me feel good to help students reach their language goals. It's great to come up with different activities to challenge my students to make sure that they fully understand the topics that I teach on a regular basis. Now, my future goals. I would like to continue working as an English teacher. I think it's my language, and it's something that I feel that I'm pretty good at, teaching the language. So I would really love to continue working as an online teacher. And as long as they'll have me here at Verbaling, I'll keep being here. Yes, in the past, I also worked as a sign language interpreter, okay, and I loved that job as well because I got to meet wonderful clients from the local area. With teaching online, I get to meet students from all over the world, which is exciting for me. Well, that's a little bit about my profession. Thank you for tuning in to my speech today, and I look forward to seeing you for my next speech. Okay, so basically your speech is going to be something like that. So imagine that you are standing in front of a group. Right now it's a group of 5 and maybe a few more viewers. Okay, so you're going to talk a little bit about yourself and your job. You're going to meet the criteria. Okay, so my speech was about 3 to 4 minutes long. You'll notice that there was pausing. It gave me a little bit of chance to think, and I also made a few notes on the side so that I could remember to include some important details. Okay, very good. Now remember, guys, this is our practice session, so don't be ashamed or afraid to try the assignment. I'm here to give you some language pointers. And that way when you have a speech in English at work, or if you have a community presentation, then you'll be ready for it. Okay, very good. So let me have a volunteer. Who would like to go first? Well, second, because I've already gone first. Who would like to try it? Okay, so don't worry about making mistakes. Okay, good.
I can try.
Yes. Good. Okay, Hussein, go ahead, please. Go ahead and start when you're ready.
My name is Hussein. I'm from Turkey. I live in Ankara, the capital of Turkey. I'm a university student, and I have 1 year to finish my study. And I'm trying to finish my university right now. And I really, in the future, I have 2 options. If I have 2 options, one of them is that to be a diplomat after the university, and for that reason I'm trying to improve my English. I'm trying to make it perfect, actually, so that I can be a diplomat, or I can continue my study in the university. I can stay in university as an academician, and I have these 2 options. For that reason, I'm trying to learn languages, and I'm studying Spanish as well as English, and I'm trying to improve both. And yeah, as I said, in the future, I'm trying to be one of those 2 things. And also, yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Thanks for tuning in.
Okay, very good, very good. All right, so you met all the criteria. Excellent job. Okay, so not bad to get us warmed up, and thank you for volunteering to go first. Pretty good. All right. Okay, so who's up next? Okay, remember our topic today is you're going to discuss a bit about your job. You're going to give a personal introduction, talk about your position, explain what you do on a day-to-day basis, your training, how you feel about your job, and talk about your future goals. All right, so who would like to continue?
Can I try, teacher?
Yes, Chicken, go right ahead.
Yes. My name Chickens. I I am a building engineer. I mean construction engineer. So I had uh, I had to work for my companies maybe 5 years ago. And my company's business is investing and building high-rock land, you know. And my positions is manage and lead a team is about 10 people to tracking and to deploy the project, you know, and to make the contracts with our clients. Um, and after my days, my jobs, the basically my job is to contact with the client to 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 compromise the contract and to pay money for the client when they finish their job. And I often begin my work day at 7 o'clock and to finish it at 5 o'clock. And now my head is learning English because I want to push my English skill. If I can't grow my English skill, I think I have lots of opportunity to communicate with another client, maybe overseas or the company out of my country, and that give me a lot of opportunity to improve my personal profession. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, very good. Okay, yes, excellent job. Now you met all the criteria for our speech for today. Very good. Okay, now I want to make one suggestion. I've noticed for myself, I live in Costa Rica and I'm improving my Spanish while I'm there. Sometimes when I'm not sure if someone understands what I've just said, I may say, do you understand? Or I may say, you know. Sometimes I hear people in English also say, do you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, that's something that we want to try to remove from our speech. Okay, one thing that could help is if you pause. Okay, make a statement, and I'll give you an example. I have worked here at Verbaling for the past 2 months. I really enjoy my job here at Verbaling. Okay, that was a noticeable pause. Okay, because I'm thinking. Okay, try if you catch yourself saying you know or often. Instead of doing that, try to pause to give yourself an opportunity to think of a different way to say something. Okay, but otherwise, Chicken, you did a very good job. Good, thank you. You were brave. Excellent job, Chicken. Okay, let's continue. Who'd like to go next? Okay, we've got Chicken. We've had Hussein. Okay. Okay, Mauricio, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, go ahead, Mauricio. We're listening.
Well, hello everyone. I'm Mauricio. I'm from Argentina. I currently live in Rio Cuarto, Argentina. It's a city in the middle of the country. And here in this city we have one university. It's called the University of Rio Cuarto. And is the only university in the city, and I'm a student there, and I study computer science. And well, as a student, I attend classes and study, of course. and But also, beside of being a student, I'm also a teaching assistant. So I teach, I help teachers to teach some students, and I would say that I really enjoy and teaching what I learn or what I'm learning right now, and I think it's a very enjoyable activity to do, and it also helps me to improve my studies while I teaching. At the same time, and well, and currently I'm finishing my studies. So in the future, I would like to continue studying computer science, maybe to get a PhD or something similar. And I would really love to continue studying, and probably some new themes or some new exciting things to learn. But I would like to continue studying, and I know, I think that's it. Thank you, everyone.
Very good. Mauricio, you did a very good job. You had a very nice speaking pace. You did not speak too fast. You didn't speak too slow. You spoke at a very, very good pace. You gave yourself an opportunity to think about what you were saying, to express your thoughts clearly, and to collect your thoughts for your next comment. Very good job, Mauricio. Excellent. Okay, Antonio, you're up. Are you ready?
Okay, yes, I'm ready. Well, I'm Antonio. I'm from Spain, and I study law in the university. Well, I finish my studies, and for that I'm looking for a job in the future. I would like to work in the university, but in this moment, especially, it's very complicated. But there are other possibilities and other preference for me. I would like to work like legal advisor before to work like a lawyer. If not, or both, I would try to work in the administration. If I couldn't work in the administration of the state, I would I would work. I would try to work in the private the private campo privado, private champ.
A private company or
ámbito, scope, ambit, yes, private ambit, or to try to work in the public ambit.
Okay, all right, and so in the maybe you could say sector. Okay, so in the public sector, or in a private sector, or for a private business.
Yes, because I think in this moment you can't choose where you want to work, because this is here in Spain we have a very complicated situation in the labor, and to find a work is a surprise.
Okay, all right, good, excellent. Okay, so we learned a few things about you from your speech. Thank you, Antonio. Okay, now the one thing I did type in the chat box, you could say that I would like to work as a, okay, as opposed to work like a. Okay, so I'd like to work as a legal advisor, or I'd like to work in the public or private sector, or in a public or private business. Very good. Okay, you included some really good details. And Antonio, I like how you asked for vocabulary that you were missing. Okay, that's really good. That's really good. That's one thing that, as I mentioned to you, I'm enrolled in public speaking course, and it's in Spanish now. So I think one of my fears in giving a speech in Spanish was that I would not know all of the vocabulary that I wanted to say. Okay, so one thing that helps me is that I make a list of some words that I may need to know. So I think about my topic, and then I often use a translator to learn some new vocabulary. And then I often ask people, okay, how do I use this word in a sentence? Or I look online to see how I use certain words or expressions. Because you might have to do a little bit of homework when you're preparing a speech in a different language. Okay, but very good job, Antonio. Thank you very much. Okay, I think it takes a lot of courage to be able to be in front of people or in a group and give a speech. So I just want to commend everyone for being brave and making that effort. Okay, very good. Okay, it looks like Pinar has joined us. Hello, Pinar. I'm sure you've been listening in to what we're doing. Okay, so Pinar, are you ready to give your speech?
Hello, first everyone. Yes, I'm ready. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm an architect. I live in Turkey, like Hussein, and I'm working for a university. I'm a research assistant. And also I'm a PhD student. This is my first year for PhD program. I'm study on lighting, daylighting, and skylights methodology, and that's I think really interesting topics for an architect. And as an architect and also as an academician, I really enjoy my job. So I'm really happy to be in this position in the university. And for an academician, I have to improve my English, and I have to make practice for my vocabulary, and I have to have more speech. So I'm here. This is my first experience in WordLink. That's all, I think.
Okay, very good. Excellent job. Very good. Okay, so you mentioned some very interesting details about yourself and about what you do, some things that are interesting to you. Okay, you mentioned also that you need to practice new vocabulary, practice giving your speeches. Excellent, excellent job. I like the vocabulary that you use, Pinar. I thank you for sharing with us. Okay, good. Let's keep our momentum going. Let's move on to Shafar. Hello, Shafar. How are you doing today?
Yes, hello teacher. I'm doing great. Thank you
Good.
for asking.
Good. You're
Yeah.
welcome. Okay, Shafar, are you ready to give your first speech?
Okay. Kind of. Okay. Good morning, everybody. My name is Julia Safar. I'm from Indonesia. So what I like to do right now is talking about my job, but rather than about my job because I'm still student, so I want to let you know about my study. Uh, Now I'm graduate from my school, and this year maybe I will be a freshman this year. So I'm still trying to find a new university who like to uh, who like to accept me as a student.
Uh-oh. Okay, it looks like Shafar lost connection. Hopefully we can get him back soon. All right, guys, very good. Okay, hopefully we'll get Shafar back soon. All right, well, that was our first round. Okay, that was our warm-up round. Now, some of the things we wanted to learn from, okay, good, good. It looks like Shafar is back. Shafar, are you able to hear us okay? Okay, I'm not quite hearing Shafar yet. Okay, some of the learnings that we want to take from our first round of speeches are, okay, if we need vocabulary, okay, you think about your topic, you want to make a few notes with vocabulary, okay, since we're all online, okay, we can quickly use a translator or we can quickly use a Google search in order to find words that we need in English, words or phrases that we need in English. If you need to find synonyms and antonyms, you may try a thesaurus. Okay, I like to use thesaurus.com. You just type in the word and it gives you a list of words that you can use. All right, also if you want to use an online dictionary, okay, that can also help to get some vocabulary. You also want to make just a few quick notes about the things you need to include in your speech like I did in the chat. Okay, with our second round of speeches, okay, we want to make sure that we get two times to practice today. Okay, we're going to change our topic a little bit. It's actually going to be related to something that you already talked about, but you're going to talk a little bit more in detail about it, okay? This time, our topic is going to be, okay, you're going to describe or talk about some okay, so something that you find of interest, something that you find interesting. Okay, talk about something that you have a passion for or that you find interesting. Okay, so it could be something that is related to your job. Some of you talked about projects at work that you find interesting. There are other things maybe outside of work that you have a passion for, something that you get excited about. Okay, all right, so you're going to tell us, you're going to include things like what it is. Okay, so I'm going to type that here. What are you passionate about? Okay, what are you passionate about? Think about that. You're going to talk about why you're passionate about it. Why is it of interest? Okay, you're going to talk about okay, so what you're passionate about, why you're passionate about it, and what you do. Okay, so what is it that you do with this particular project? Okay, you can also talk about how it helps others, the environment, okay, depending on what you're passionate about. Okay, and then you can also talk about your future plans with this particular thing or project. Okay. All right, very good. Okay, so again, think about what vocabulary you need. Okay, make a brief outline of the things that you want to cover. Okay, now, how will you know if your speech was good or not? Okay, well, one test will be how your listeners respond to what you say. Okay, so what we're going to do this time, as your classmate is giving their speech, you're going to write down one question for them. Okay? Okay, and once that person is finished speaking, you each have an opportunity to ask that one question. Okay? So everybody will have an assignment. You either have a speaking assignment or you have a listening assignment, and you must ask at least one question about that person's speech. Okay? All right. Now for this one, your speech can just be maybe let's just maybe say 2 minutes, because we want to have time for our questions. Okay, so you're going to just do just a brief 2-minute speech. Okay, again, our topic is something that you have a passion for or something that you find especially interesting. Okay, very good. So this time, who would like to start for us? Okay, so I want you to challenge yourself this time. Okay, so who would like to start this time? Okay. All right, I think everybody's making their plans.
Maybe I can talk about.
Okay, who's saying? Go ahead.
I'm not sure you asked about the future plans and also something that we have a passion for. And I like to talk about a bit something that I have a passion for and that I find very interesting. and which is space. Recently, I have learned a lot about space and the galaxies. So really, it seems to me very interesting right now because discovering that we are really, really small in the universe and there are a lot of systems like ours in the universe. There are a lot of stars and there are a lot of little creatures in the universe, and also discovering that really it has no edge, it has no end, and it's really big. And there are some theories like Big Bang, and discovering and trying to understand them seems to me really interesting and really right now I'm going to buy a telescope to observe them, and really it seems to me I have no really a lot of information about it, and my major is not uh, about the universe or the space, but I really right now I really have a passion for discovering and understanding the space and the other galaxies in the universe.
Okay, Hussein, thanks for starting for us. Okay, now let's get your classmates' questions, okay? All right. Mauricio, what question do you have for Hussein?
And a question, and I don't know, I think he likes the space, so would you like to go to space if you had the chance?
Yes, of course. If I had a chance, I would like to go into space a lot, really. Yeah. It would be
Good.
great.
Good. Thanks for your question. All right. Let's see. Let's have okay, let's see. Antonio, go ahead and ask Hussein a question about his speech.
No, I haven't asked for the speaker.
Okay.
Me, teacher.
Uh-huh.
I like to. Hussein,
Yeah.
what do you learn from space that give effect to Earth, to our Earth? Is there any special effect for space that give the impact or something like that to Earth in the future?
I really don't know about it, but maybe there can be, but I really don't know about it. I have no a lot of information about it. I just have patience to learn about it. My major is
Yeah.
not about the space, and I have no information about it, and I cannot answer this if there is something that can strike against against our world in the future. I don't know about it.
So that might be a good question to research as you're learning about space. Good. Great job. Thanks for your question. Okay, and then let's see, Pinar, do you have a question for our speaker?
Yes, I want to ask him when did he start to search about space? While he was young, while he was a child, was he interested in space or not?
Okay. No, it's about 1 year ago or something. It's very new for me. I used to know about it when I was a child, of course, but it was not like this. Right now, I really have a passion for it. I want to know a lot about it. But when I was a child, it was not like that. Yeah.
Okay, guys, thank you very much for your questions. Okay, so Pinar,
Okay,
thank you for
thank
your
you.
question. Shafar, thank you also for your question. Okay, all right, so who is up next? Okay, we need to have a different speech. Who's going to be our next speaker? Okay.
I need more time to think about my patient. Sorry.
Okay, okay, no problem, no problem. It's very important that you plan well for even giving a short speech. Okay, very good. All right, so let's see. Mauricio, what about you? Are you ready for your second speech?
And yes, I think I'm ready.
Okay, go
And
ahead, Mauricio.
okay, and something that I'm interested in, or that I have passion for, is mathematics for me, but not for other people. And those things, and um, passionate about these things because are interesting to me, and I don't know, are fun way, and I like those things because you know this field, or this ramification of computer science are very interesting, and I'm currently doing my master thesis and about those topics, and I don't know how it helps others. Maybe it helps to build new knowledge, and I don't know, and future plans, and I would like to pursue PhD degree and continue studying in that field, and I think that's it.
Okay. All right. Now, I think just because of maybe the connection was fading in and out, I wasn't actually able to hear um, just what you're passionate about. So can you just repeat that for me again?
Yeah, sure. Um, what I'm passionate about is about logic and mathematics, and it's because
Okay. Uh-oh, it looks like we lost Mauricio. Maybe we can. Something very interesting is happening with the internet connection today.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it's okay. Maybe
It
we'll.
also happened to
Yeah.
Yeah, the same thing happened to you as well, Shafar, and I think Hussein also
Yeah.
was having a
Yeah.
problem with it last class. Okay. All right. Well, hopefully we'll get Mauricio back in just a moment. Okay, very good. So we'll put his topic on hold, and hopefully when he comes back, we'll be able to ask questions. All right. So if you had questions for Mauricio, just go ahead and jot those questions down, and when he comes back, we'll get him back. Okay. All right.
Did you
Shafar.
hear, Carissa, did you hear what he has passion for? Maybe we can prepare
Well,
questions, but I didn't understand.
yeah, what I heard him say is that he has a passion for logic and mathematics. Okay,
Uh,
good. Mauricio's back. I think, okay, Mauricio, are you back with us?
yes, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, there you are, Mauricio. Good, good. Yeah, so we're interested in continuing to hear about your passion. Now, what I heard you say is that you're passionate about logic and mathematics. Is that correct?
And yes, is that correct? Yes, I was talking about that, and because when I study computer science, you study those things, and I found that is, and but I think maybe it's interesting for me, but not to other people maybe. And I don't know. And my future plans are to continue studying those things and pursue a PhD degree, and something like that. I was saying.
Okay. Now, I do have a question for you. Now, how do you apply what you're learning about logic and mathematics to your job or to your life? How do you apply those principles to your job or to your life?
and I don't know, maybe solving problems of real life, and you can take a problem and I don't know, maybe make a model or something like that that models that situation, and you can resolve it with formulas.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's
Yeah.
one kind of
One kind of application. Yeah, okay, good, good, good. So that was my question. All right, does anyone have any other questions for Mauricio about his passion?
Yes. Mauricio, do you think you will get Nobel Prize for the mathematics in the future?
No, I don't think so. And
I hope you
no,
will.
So we can be in class with a future Nobel Prize winner. That's pretty awesome. Great question, Hussein. Okay, does anyone else have a question for Mauricio?
Yes, I have. Mm, I have about. Yes, I know you are great in mathematics. But not. So, mm is there anything technique that can use for to learn the English uh, for the mathematics basics? Because it's hard to me for fluent in mathematics.
and
Yes.
sorry, I
Okay,
didn't
I'm
hear
sorry,
you very
Shafar.
well. Could you repeat, please?
Yeah, I didn't quite hear you.
Uh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm not well in mathematics, so I just want to you give me a specific technique to learn the basic of mathematics because I'm not doing well in mathematics.
Ah, okay. You're saying you're bad at mathematics and you want me to what
Yes.
technique you could to learn mathematics. And well, I don't know. You have to, no, you have to like what you do, and you know you don't have to see it like formulas that makes no sense, and you know try to see it like it's fun or something that you would like to do it. I don't know, and don't try to think of it as something boring. And give it a try and
Yeah.
try to solve the problems or do what you have to do. I don't have one special technique to add in mathematics.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so what I heard you say is that you need to think positive, and that you should learn to like or learn to love mathematics. It's interesting. Math was one of my favorite subjects in high school and also in college and university. And I would tell classmates, mathematics is your friend. I think most people have a fear of it. Not most people, but some people have a fear of mathematics. So yeah, it is all in how you view mathematics. Okay, good. Thank you very much, Mauricio, for your speech. You did a very nice job. Okay, so we need to hear from Pinar and we need to hear from Shafar. Okay, so who is ready?
I think. Oh, okay.
Okay,
I'm
I
ready. I
can
think.
start.
Okay, maybe Pena again.
Okay, Shafar.
No, 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 not you.
Okay,
Not you.
Okay.
I'm ready.
No, you first. Okay, go ahead, Pina.
Okay, ladies first.
Yes.
Okay, I want to. I'd like to say that my passion is about traveling. I want to be a voyager, really voyager, with a caravan. In the future, if I have children, I'd like to grow them up in my dream caravan. And because there are lots of canyons, forests, lakes, mountains in the all over the world. I want to see there and visit there, and want to live there for a while. So I think that's
Okay, all right. So you have a passion for traveling. So we have our traveler in class. Thank you, Pinar. Very good. Okay, all right. What questions do we have for Pinar? All right, so I'll start with the
it's
questions.
really clear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry. I think it's really clear. Ask anything about this.
No, you know, Pinar, sometimes silence is a very good thing. Silence sometimes makes us nervous, but silence is also good because it helps people to think a little bit. So your classmates are probably just formulating their questions.
Okay,
So
thank you.
I'm gonna start off with a question. So Pinar, tell me about a place that you have dreamed of visiting. If money were no object and time were no object, where would you visit?
I think in a mountain, in a forest mountain, maybe, in a cave, maybe with my friends, with my husband, with somebody. Maybe we can camp there, and maybe we sit, sit. How can I say? Sorry, let me have a look.
Okay, take your time.
Maybe, okay. No, I cannot explain what I want to say. And
Maybe sit around a
I'm
campfire.
sorry.
Okay, let me give you a couple of options and
Yes,
see
yes,
if.
that's right.
Okay,
I
good.
forgot the fire. I forgot the words. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Like that. Okay.
Okay. So you could sit around a campfire. Now, when you sit around the campfire, would you tell stories or jokes, or what would you talk about around the campfire?
Maybe somebody play guitar and maybe somebody sing, and telling about stories, and yeah, that's all.
Okay, good. Well, that sounds very nice. I got a vivid mental picture of your trip on a mountain or to a mountain near a cave, sitting around a campfire with your friends and family.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Okay, who else has questions for Pinar?
I can ask a question. She said she likes mountains, and I wonder if she likes canyons and if she's not afraid of canyons.
I like canyons. I have been 2 or 3, 4 times in a canyon, but I'm afraid of a canyon also.
Okay, good. Good question. It's definitely related to the thing that she has a passion for, to traveling. Beautiful, beautiful job. Thank you, Pinar. Thank you. Good job. Again, this is not an easy task to, in a few minutes, think of what you can say in a speech in a different language. But let me just say, I'm impressed with what you all are doing so far. Okay, good. Okay, so last but not least, you're welcome, Pinar. Last but not
Thank
least,
you.
we have Shafar. Go ahead, Shafar.
Okay. uh, what I am interesting about is government. Maybe that's kind of thing that I'm very passionate about because do you know about government can ask to or request to the military and something like that. So I think if we enter the government, like we can doing politics, and uh, we can organize the money or economic in the country. So I think this is interesting to me to enter the part of government.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
so you mentioned that you wanted to make changes with how money is spent, how the government
Yeah.
spends money.
Yes. Of course, like that.
Okay, so do you have an idea of a change that maybe
Hmm.
your government can make in spending money?
Of course. What I'm proposed to the government to spend their money in the way, because I think some people think about government is always corruption in other ways. So I think if there's a man or the academic people who is trying to in government, I think it will be good or idea to solve this problem. And as as I know, in government it's kind of like there's no academic person in this particular situation, because we always see the crime in the government. Yeah, things like that. So I'm interested about this.
Okay, all right. So you have a passion about government and about making positive changes. Okay, very
Yeah.
good. It looks like we have time for maybe one question. Okay, does anyone have a question for Shafar? All right, guys, don't make me ask another question. Okay, so think about what Shafar mentioned, the things that he's passionate about. Okay, so viewing government in a more positive light. Uh-huh.
Maybe I can ask you a question,
Mm-hmm.
Lisa.
Okay.
If you had a chance to become a minister, which minister would you want to be? For example, if you would if you would do if you would want to be Minister of Foreign Affairs,
Yeah,
Minister of Economics.
yeah, I got it. Yeah, like what you said in the last, economic, because I think economic is can change the world, can change the country. Because when we got money from when we got the high economy in the country, uh, we will uh, we will become the big country, because like like we can spend the money for other stuff, like military or social, or in the culture, things like that.
You have to be Prime Minister for it, I
Yeah.
think, to organize all of it.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Okay, so your homework assignment, should you choose to accept your homework assignment, will be, okay, continue to take two about something that you enjoy. Okay, it could be something else that you're passionate about. Okay, what you're going to do, again, write down some vocabulary words that you think will be helpful. Okay, think about your experience today. Think about the vocabulary that you were missing. Okay, do a little bit of research, jot down some of those words, and try to use those in sentences. One thing that I'd like you to all work on, okay, I noticed that a few of you use a lot. Now I know that you're doing that because you're trying to think of what you want to say next. Try pausing. Okay, pause a little bit more. Catch yourself right before you say no, not Repeat your sentence and pause. Okay, so we're going to work a little bit more on pausing. Okay, but otherwise, guys, this was a great effort today, and I'm going to do some future classes about public speaking, and we're going to talk about different aspects of public speaking so that you can improve in different areas as well. Well, thank you for joining me for this session about public speaking. Great job today, everyone. Have a great day or evening, and I hope to see you all again soon for a future lesson. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you, Carisha. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for the
Thank
call.
you. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.